Hello and welcome back to Agrarian Skies. Since the last session I've been busy making cobble. I've got 8 stacks of cobble, 14 stacks of gravel, 6 stacks of glass and 4 stacks of dust. In addition to that I have an embarrassment of food. So what else? I added a few more barrels in here for mulching. And I moved my tool station out here just for usefulness. And other than that, I lit the bloody hell out of this place because I got swarmed by monsters one night while I was working. Oh, and I realized that when I died in the last episode, I dropped a head. So, yes, I have my head over a door. I'm not quite sure what that says about me, but anyway. So, it's, let's see. What are we going to do today? Click here to start, learning skybox, open. I think we'll do the Tinker's Construct one, the Dust in the Wind, the fishing trip one I'm kind of throwing to one side. And I am going to try and get as far as having a terrain smasher and a auto clicker. So, a lot to do today. And this is part of the reason why I made a lot of cobble and a lot of these. For a start, I'm going to need to make a great deal of clay because I'm going to need a lot of clay to make the Tinker's Construct stuff. So, Tinker's... And those are made by smelting grout, and grout is made from sand, clay, and gravel. And it gives you 2 per. I wonder actually, is it more feasible that way? Probably not really. So I already have 3 clay. Woohoo! I should also point out that I made a crap load of charcoal just because I knew I was going to need it. So let's start by moving a couple of these barrels outside and making some grout. I have a bar cup. Yeah, okay. And I'll take 1 stack of dust. I fully intend to make quite a large furnace, purely because I actually think I could, the way I'm planning on doing this, I think I could be very quickly surprised by just how much I'm going to end up making. Oh, I figured out what this magnet looking thing is for. If you crouch and right click, it switches on and it sucks items towards you. I only figured that out at ridiculous o'clock last night. I will say I didn't play that much of this in between. I played about 3 hours. And like I said, I spent the whole time making resources for today's episode because I didn't want to bore you all to death doing the usual crap of, oh, and this is how we make this. No, not doing that. Ain't happening. So, and that goes there. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 15. I think I'll make 30 cobble or 30 clay, and that will give me more than enough to be motoring on with. Aside from anything else, I suspect I'm going to need clay further down the line for other quests, and I'd rather not make more if I can avoid it. That's 21. And so far I have to say I'm really enjoying this mod pack. It's seriously fun. I didn't expect to like it as much as I do, but what do you know? I like the fact that you actually kind of have to think before you do things, because it takes so much time to replace resources. Okay, I think 2 of those can come away with me. And they can be dropped back in their place. All of this stuff in here is going to be moved out before too much longer. I haven't any intention of leaving it all in here. Because it's basically one of the things I'm going to do today, assuming I have time and I can do all this quickly enough. Okay, so I need that. No, that. I'm going to need that too. I'm going to hopefully do my first workshop in this. I'm going to build a workshop, and I'm going to have to really do much in the way of construction. Okay, stack and a half. Nice. Okay, so charcoal. Up. Oh. Yeah, perfect. I have gone through so many crooks in those few hours that I played. I figured out that the quickest way, the best trees to get for making saplings are actually the really tall kind of multi-structure trees, the ones that are quite irritating. And the trick for getting up into them is just make a platform of a single stack platform of gravel, get on top of them and actually knock them down from the top. It makes it very quick. You don't lose any saplings at all. And generally after one of those spawns I end up with a full stack of saplings. Okay, speaking of saplings and mulching, I have 38 dirt. So we are going to right now set up a second farm, and the second farm is going to be for 1, 2, 4. The second farm is going to be for sugarcane. Why sugarcane? Well, as I said in the last episode, I have this really, well, I think it's interesting idea for a mob spawner, and oh, that's not good. For a mob spawner, and sugarcane are going to play a major part in that. So are vacuum hoppers. So I'm going to sift dirt now and hopefully get sugarcane seeds, because they would be very useful, to say the least. Seeds, no. Birch, no. Actually, one of the things I've done as well is I have a chest at the moment just for string and silkworms, and that's purely because I want to keep things as separate as I can before I move them. I'm going to make this thing, what's the word? What's it called again? Trolley. Troll? No. Jabba. I'm going to make one of these, a dolly, pretty soon. They're fairly inexpensive, but they allow you to move entire chests, basically if it contains items, it'll let you move it in one go. Please. Ah yes, sugarcane. Awesome. I'm going to need a cover as well. And I'm going to need a I have my hoe, okay. This is actually ultimately quite an important step for me, getting this sugarcane farm up and running. Oh, I should have put that down first. And I'm not going to show myself farming sugarcane. Why isn't it? Of course it's not. It's raw dirt, isn't it? Of course it is. Okay, well that can stay like that for the time being. I finished this carrot farm as well, and basically the way you do it is you just stand in the center and do that. In about 10 minutes the night before last, I made up 11 or 12 stacks of carrots in, well, like I said, in about 10 or 20 minutes, and you just bash them as they come up. Now, I wonder how that grout is coming along, because 26, okay. I'm going to let that cook because I have something else I need to be doing, which is starting to build my my other platforms, and I'm trying to avoid the platform thing as much as I can, but I've come up with, I think, an interesting way of using this island the way it is. So I'm going to do something very scary now. Oh god. So yeah, I'm going to climb back up here. I'm going to drop a platform down underneath this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With any luck, I'll be. That was a bad idea. Oh, phew. Made it. Oh, that was that was petrifying. Okay, so yeah, my plan right now is to build a platform underneath here, and this was where my workshop is going to be, or at least my workshop right now. And oh, that was actually quite unnerving. Oh, I feel like I need a drink. F7. If you haven't come across this command before, the F7 command is freaking awesome. It lets you find out where mobs are going to spawn, and it lets you figure out where mobs might spawn. Like if it's yellow, that means that they may spawn at night. If it's red, they can spawn during the day, which is really useful for figuring out how you're going to do this. I'm actually going to need a couple more ladders than I have. How are we doing? That's not bad. And oh, I have loads of. That was silly. And we'll do one full. I'm not going to need quite that many, but I am going to need some. So yeah, the plan right now is to get that platform up and going, so I can build my furnace, which shouldn't take terribly long. Ow. For now, we'll just. I really wish they hadn't got rid of the bug where you only needed half the number of ladders you thought you did. Oh, such a shame. Don't do that. How am I going to do this? Yeah, that will do for now. That goes. I basically want to use all the space that's available underneath here, because this is going to define something else for me. And, well, we'll get into that in the future, but it's kind of important for me to have this relatively well defined. Yeah, I may not get all of this part of things done today. If I don't, I will just finish building it off camera and show you all on in the next recording session. The way I'm recording this is I'm recording an hour's worth of this one. Yeah, I'm recording an hour's worth of footage, which will be going up in 20 minutes to 25 minute segments on Monday and Thursday, which basically means that I get a week and a half's worth of footage for an hour's gameplay, which I think is actually plenty for this mod pack. I hate skyblocks. Oh, mob just plunged to its death. Interesting. Another one. Yeah, that's right. One more here, and we're golden. How much cob do I have left? Oh, I have plenty. So one of the things I'm doing that. I'm going to get this platform up and done, and what basically is going to happen is underneath my starting house is going to be my workshop. And the reason I'm dropping it so low is I've decided that any platforms I build, and essentially what I'm going to do is build just a ginormous platform. This mod pack is about rebuilding the world, and I think a lot of people are rather lacking in ambition where that's concerned, hence the name of this series. I'm all for, in regular Skyblocks, I'm all for building lots of little platforms, and that's fine. But this particular mod pack has so many mods and so many resources available to you. I don't think you necessarily need to be that careful with your resources. You do at the beginning, but you know, that's all. Let's see. 64. Okay. That can go back in there because we're going to need that in the future. What else do we have? Quests. Yes, quests. Okay, dust in the wind. Putting sand, gravel and dust through a sieve by right-clicking will give you broken ore, crushed ore and pulverized ore. This is one of the reasons why I made so much of each of these. So we're going to start with a stack of this, a stack of this and a stack of this. Oh, I have a full stack of dust already. That's a little irritating. This and this. I'm going to need to unload some stuff. That can go in there, that can go in there. That's the organics chest, so that can all go in there. Ooh, I'm about to starve. Which is embarrassing when you have this much food. Lovely drink in real life too. How nice is barley orange? Just delicious. So we will smashy. I started making cobblestone hammers as soon as I had cobble. It just works better. Oh, why was I doing that? That's silly. Okay, that can go through. That's probably going to give me some stone and not a lot else. So we do some dust. Pulverized tin and redstone. Pulverized silver. Lots and lots and lots and lots of ores. Now, I'm not a big fan of using dust for getting ores. I've used the Ex Nihilo mod pack in other mod packs, and I much prefer to use gravel to get my ores. I think you have a higher chance of getting gemstones with... Lulu, could you please stop throwing stuff around the living room? I think you have a much higher chance of getting gemstones with gravel. I could be wrong about that, but kind of suspect I am, and I made some spare chests. apparently I made a spare chest. Okay, so this will go there, and that's for ores and what have you right now. The one I'm most interested in is iron. What did that give me? Probably bone meal, actually. The dust is useful for getting bone meal, but I don't think it's necessarily all that useful for getting other ores. I mean, I know you can, by getting pulverized a pulverized ore and then smashing it and smashing it and smashing it, you do get more materials, but like I said, I've used ex nihilo before, and I don't think it's worth the gain that you get. Oh, is it night time? Almost. I think I'll actually sleep now. That'll give me a nice cutting point for this episode. Let's just see if we have enough. We have enough. Oh, it's irritating. Okay, I think I'd probably be better off doing lead right now, or doing gravel, I should say. Can I sleep? I can sleep. Okay, so we'll start again next episode.